The first important aspect of achieving success, apart from the resources, is attitude. Until the 90s, there was a acceptance and there was a saying that people with better resources, they succeed better. But after the 90s, the management gurus, they came to know that sometimes with less of resources, people have succeeded. And on the other hand, they also found that sometimes with the best of resources, people did not succeed well or sometimes failed as well. So deep research was conducted on this. And one of the topmost management gurus, Jeff Keller, he researched this particular subject for about 14 years and came to a conclusion. And he writes a book, which becomes a bestseller, the New York Times bestsellers list for more than 60 weeks. It's a world record. The title of the book is Attitude is Everything, in which he very clearly writes that attitude plays a bigger role in success than the resources that you have. So when you want to achieve success in the midst of opposing forces, as we are talking today, your attitude, a positive attitude, a high attitude, a pious attitude, a can-do attitude, plays a bigger role than the resources that you possess. Now coming down to practicals. The first important aspect for achieving success in the midst of opposing forces is that you should be well equipped. Academically, professionally, talent-wise, experience, back support systems, platforms, informations. The more you are well equipped, the more you'll be able to achieve success in the midst of opposing forces. What are these actually opposing forces when we're talking about it? Criticism from people is an opposing force. Your ideas not accepted by your colleagues and seniors is an opposing force. Your past of not successfully completing projects, so a small mistrust on you is an opposing force. You're not able to chart out your way well is an opposing force. You're not able to plan out well and present it well is an opposing force. The negative attitudes that you possess, inferiority complex that you possess, negative energies that surround you are all the opposing forces that each and every human being at some stage in life does experience. Whether it's Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or Warren Buffett, anybody. So the first aspect, if you want to achieve success in the midst of all these opposing forces which we experience day in and day out, is that you should be well equipped. You should possess the tools. You should create the tools. You should know everything from your mood swings to your abilities and the kind of the tool that you need at the right time to operate. So in short, if you are well equipped from academics to experience, you'll be able to handle the situations well. In the year 1989-90, Pakistan was touring India. And there was a test match between India and Pakistan at Bangalore. On the fifth day of the test match, India was set a target. And that target seemed almost unachievable. On the fifth day of the test match, the wicket had already broken, giving much favor to spin bowling. And Pakistan's spin bowlers, Iqbal Qasim, Tawfiq Ahmed, they were bowling beautifully on the turning wicket. And you would say in cricketing terms, the wicket was turning square. So if Iqbal Qasim was left-arm leg spinner would bowl outside the leg stump, the ball would turn and go outside the off stump. Sunil Gavaskar played the innings of his life. He did 96. Flawless, chanceless. And the way he played spin bowling and the way he played his own drives against spin. Because for a right-handed Sunil Gavaskar, it Kasim's left-arm leg spin, and to play against that turning wicket, good drives on the onside demanded a class. They demanded a well-equipped Sunil Gavaskar, demanded that Gavaskar possessed all the tools that were described in the textbook. It was a perfect textbook innings. On 96, of course, a ball touched a bit above the glove and went to the wicketkeeper. He was given out on an appeal. He just looked at his hand, looked at the umpire, smiled, and walked back to the pavilion. That was a different story. But then that innings, whenever somebody writes a thesis on how to play spin bowling on a cracked wicket against the spin, I think this innings would be considered as a masterclass. So Sunil Gavaskar achieved success in the midst of opposing forces. So my first point is be well equipped. Again, from academics to talents to experience to know-hows to back support systems to informations, everything. Be well equipped for the role that you need to play in the midst of opposing forces, diverse forces, pulling you down forces, so that you can perform well, and you can produce results. The second important aspect of performing well and achieving success in the midst of opposing forces is that intense hard work with ethics, norms, and disciplines in life. I would suggest all of you today to read the autobiography of one of the richest persons upon this earth, Bill Gates, the ex-chairman of Microsoft. He writes in his autobiography titled Business at the Speed of Light that the secret of my success is the culmination of three things. First is determination, second is intense hard work, and third is the acceptance of the ideas of others. So intense hard work with ethics, norms, and disciplines is a surefire way for success in the midst of opposing forces. So make it a habit to work hard, but at the same time, more important is make a habit to remain always wedded to ethics, norms, and disciplines. I come from the BAPS Swami Maharaj Sanstha, which is one of the largest organizations in the world, with a permanent status in the United Nations as an NGO. You all might have perhaps visited the Swaminarayan Akshardham at Gandhinagar in Gujarat or in New Delhi. I come from that organization. In the last 45 years of his presidentship and guruship, Pramukh Swami Maharaj from the year 1971 to 2015, he created 1,400 institutions. That is 1,400 hospitals, hostels, schools, colleges, community centers, health centers, Sanskar Kendras, Sanskar Dhams, Mandirs, and Akshardhams. That's an unbelievable. You people are all mutual fund people, so you are well versed with the numbers and statistics. Let me put forward a statistic that Pramukh Swami Maharaj created an institution every 15th day of his life. That is, every 15th day he purchased a land, he got it legally cleared, what to set up there, hospital, hostel, school, college, or a community hall decided upon in the board of trustees meeting, plans designed, plans passed the local government bodies, funds raised, a couple of people required voluntarily to fully enroll themselves for lifetime service in the organization decided upon. And the construction started after tenders were dished out and tenders finalized, construction completed of a 3 or a 5-story building, inauguration ceremony performed, and the institute put in the service of the society. Such thing that I described, such story every 15th day of his life, that is every second week for 45 years, and he put 1,400 institutes in the service of society. Intense hard work